not playing with you no more. And I think that's what maybe our leaders are telling the state, right?
Yeah.
AG right now, we're not playing with you.
Maybe we learned our lesson.
No more.
All right, 7:47 a.m. We're taking a break, and when we come back, we'll have more news and information before we talk with Roe and Dr. LaMel. This is WBOK 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Good morning, Wake Up. The Good Morning Show on WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans. Welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton, and we've got our featured host here, Oliver Thomas, O.T.
Man, he dragged me. He threatened me. He said, if you don't
you doing,
he said, if you don't come in this morning, I'm going to talk about you, not with you.
Yeah,
you
doing? Get Ollie off and come on in.
Well, you're one of the few who could have done it, and you did it. But, night water to night water.
Absolutely.
Well, look, what people don't know is, man, as a kid, I used to be in Will's house, right?
Yeah.
Right over
in
there.
the house. Not driving by,
No,
walking
on the side of the bridge.
House.
That was one of the places my dad built by Dr. Sutton and his family, man. And, Will, first of all, Will, thank you for what you do as a journalist, what you do here with the show, and disseminating and sharing information, man. You don't get your due enough, and you're one of the best in this country at it, man. So thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm one black man's opinion, and taking my role as a black journalist to not be rich, but to enrich.
Well, you've
definitely as much as possible.
You've definitely enriched, and your articles are thought-provoking, they're provocative, and they make a difference.
Yep. Well, I aim do some of that. A lot of education, information, context, and
And
occasional entertainment.
You got some stuff in the oven now that you're working on. I got a little sneak preview at some of it.
I do.
I can't wait, guys.
Yeah,
Read Will.
Yep. Right over at NOLA.com.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, look, there was, we always got stuff going on. People having arguments, disputes, fights. Unfortunately,
In New Orleans.
sometimes people get hurt. So
Too
we
often.
heard about this Gentilly terrorist gunfight, but we really didn't know any details because the police weren't sharing any details. But now we know a little bit more. Well, apparently, according to the New Orleans police, a guy, I was about to say gentleman, 9-time felon.
He ain't no gentleman. Yeah, please,
Nah.
scratch. He might be a lot of things, but he ain't no gentle
9-time
man.
9-time felon accused of shooting his stepdaughter's boyfriend and the boyfriend's mother
Well,
in Gentilly
yeah, but this
Terrace
ain't,
last
this ain't funny.
week. Well, Ralph Daugherty, 50 years old, booked in Orleans Justice Center that night on 2 counts of aggravated assault with
9
a
times
firearm,
with 2 more counts.
aggravated second-degree battery count, each possession of a firearm by a felon, illegal use of weapons, aggravated criminal damage to property.
And the list goes on.
I don't know, Ralph, but if you've been through this more than 2 or 3 times, you
Kind of a pattern?
Kind of should know what's coming up and know that you shouldn't be having a gun. And if you have a gun, use it for something other than shooting at human beings.
Yeah, but the gentleman in question knew that he shouldn't have a gun.
Right.
But he's always made the choice to have a gun. And too often he's chosen to use the gun. So whatever happens with the criminal justice system, I think he's earned it. He's worked hard to get it. But the question is, man, how are the victims, man? The people that have been hurt or assaulted. And I think too often the focus is on the person who committed the crime and not the people who are victims and the families who suffer because of the crime. So I know my prayers go out to them, and I think this gentleman will ultimately meet his ultimate fate, and that justice will be meted out.
Yeah, they were taken to the hospital, and I haven't seen any report on their conditions or their release, but certainly hope that they are doing better in the hospital or are released and on their way to mending and getting back to hopefully a regular, healthy, civil life.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But that's most unfortunate. And I mean, these are some of the things that police get blamed for things like that. Why didn't you stop the shooting? Well, you have the shooting and you investigate the shooting, but the police didn't cause the shooting. So it's a shooting that gets recorded in the books, but that record doesn't really indicate what the police are doing to prevent crime. Sometimes they have to respond to crime. We still have a reduced level of crime, especially violent crime, in this city. We unfortunately are always going to have someone or someones who decide to take matters in their hand. And, go.
Yeah, look. Let's celebrate the reduction in crime. You still want to be a crime-free city. I believe in the 127th Psalm. For folk, go look up the 127th Psalm. I don't think anywhere on this planet will ever be what God wants it to be, unless you understand what He says in the 127th Psalm. Read it. But let's pat ourselves on the back. We've continuously had a reduction in violent crime. Shout out to New Orleans East, man. As I've said it here before, from interim police chief Michelle Woodfork, we had about 3 or 4 years of leading in reduction of violent crime. So eliminate that stereotype for that community. It should have been eliminated a long time ago. Hopefully, people continue to invest in the East and see the beauty in the East. They're not making any new land, guys. I don't know how you Columbus discovered America when somebody was there to greet him and say hello. I don't know how you discover a place where somebody greets you, but the East is a real valuable part. Kudos to other parts of the city that have seen a reduction. But New Orleans has been there before, Will. You remember from the middle, late 80s to 95 and beyond, how we were on that roller coaster every other year, one of the most violent places in America, and at one time per capita, one of the most violent places in the world. So let's continue to do what it takes. Put the guns down, man. I want to give a shout out to Seven Watch Shorty and the members of the hip hop community who are doing the gloves up, gun down right now, man. Kudos to that. It started to make a difference with King Mac and folk are doing with the camps and working with kids, the young folk out there. We have some folk out there, man, who are investing in our children. I want to thank the young businessmen and women that I work with now, still today, who hire and invest and mentor. I'm never going to stop doing that, whether I'm in office or not. It's making a difference. Those programs are important, and we need to do everything we can until we're a city where no one is shot or hurt or taken advantage of. That's the kind of world we want. I believe it's possible, but I believe it starts with us.
Absolutely, positively, it absolutely does. And there's a lot of credit shared when we have this good news, and there's cameras and all. But some of the people who don't get the cameras are out there doing the work every day.
Well, you can have a camera on every pole and a policeman or woman on every block. If there's criminal intent, if you're not grounded in whatever keeps you peaceful, a person is going to commit crime. I mean, the French Quarter is one of the great examples of it. You will have policemen stationed everywhere. And someone gets into an argument and pulls out a gun, or someone hurts someone, or people are engaged in violence. So it all starts with each of us. Mental health and behavioral health is a real thing. And shout out to people like Dr. Brian Turner, Arnold James, Victor Sims, Denise Shervington, Tammy Lewis Wilburn, and others who've dedicated to what we did here with Mentally Speaking, man, every month, over 11 years ago. So let's get our mental health together, man. And shout out to those churches who are not just open on Sunday and not just engaged in who they endorse politically or who their politician friends are. Shout out to those churches like Epic with Pastor Thomas, Pastor Williams at Level. Some of the folk you'll never hear about, Pastor Jackson in the Lower Ninth Ward, Pastor Bacchus and Landry, and many young preachers, and Pastor Thibodeau, Historic Asia. Those folk who would care less if they're friends with an elected official, but that their churches are friends with the community. Pastor Roberts in St. Bernard, man. We have some great ministers out there, man, who have activated their ministry. They don't drive around looking like big timers. You won't see them at lunch or dinner with the mayor or OT or the governor, but you'll see them in their community, man. What Pastor Thomas is doing with Epic out in the East right now, him and I started having those conversations, man, before I left the office. Exciting young minister, him and his first lady. Pastor John Jock, I'll never forget, one of his great sermons that I remember years ago was when he said, we're worrying about whether people leave the church. He said, but one of my concerns is the church leaving the people. Those ministries should be exalted and kudos, and we should support them. And if I left any pastor out, I'm sorry. We have some great ministers in this community, but I just wanted to name some of the ones who are unheralded, who don't care who's elected, but who cares who God selected.
All right, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to be having a conversation with Grambling State University President, Dr. Martin Lemel. It's 8:01.
The 3+3 program, man.
Absolutely, yeah. So many good things happening at Grambling State these days. I know we're in Southern Territory down here in Southern Louisiana, but we got another HBCU. There's the Southern University System, the only HBCU higher education system, and there is an HBCU up in northern Louisiana, Grambling State University in Grambling, Louisiana. We're going to be talking about that school, that place, and seeing what's been going on over the last 125 years, and who is this young man who is leading Grambling State University these days. And that'll be right after the break. So what's the talk line number, Mr. OT?
504-582-9422, man. Give us a call, man. Look. I know y'all talk to Will. Give me a call. Holler at your boy,
absolutely,
right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to have
Hey,
that.
man, if I miss something, educate me. I'm smart enough to know I don't know everything. My daddy used to say that, man. I used to get so mad. He said, man, be smart enough to know you don't know every damn thing.
Yeah,
I'll go read that book.
absolutely. All right, this is WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The Supreme Court has struck down President Trump's effort to end birthright citizenship, ruling the move unconstitutional. House Speaker Mike Johnson reacted to the decision during a House GOP press conference.
I'm very disappointed in that outcome. I think it subjects the country to serious challenges going forward, and we'll have to deal with it as a Congress.
The decision keeps the 14th Amendment in place, drawing praise from Democrats while some Republicans voiced opposition. The House has voted down a war powers resolution aimed at ending U.S. involvement in the hostilities in Lebanon. The measure, backed by Democrats, failed 189 to 235, leaving current military policy unchanged. And former NFL star Chris Johnson says he's been diagnosed with ALS. The 40-year-old revealed the illness has progressed quickly, and he now uses a speech device to communicate, but says he's continuing to fight with support from his family. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton, and I'm here with Oliver Thomas, OT.
In the house with Big Will. Man, right. Hey, Will, guess what? You know, I'm excited about the president, Lamel, right? Outstanding, brother.
Yeah.
But we gearing up for football season.
Hey.
I'm starting to understand soccer. You know, Ollie plays soccer, right?
Right.
So I gotta be.
You get there in one piece rather than mess up your life by having one less life, and you got more time. Just go ahead and get there. Watch out for our babies and kiddos on the street. Look, we're jumping in conversation with Grambling State University President Dr. Martin Lamel.
And 125th anniversary.
25 years.
Dr. Lamel.
Good morning, Mr. President. How are you?
I am wonderful, gentlemen. Good morning. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Well, when's the last time you were on WBOK?
Wow. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure
Well,
if ever.
All right. Well, let's do this because when people haven't been on in a while,